Hello Pisces, I have a reading for you today. We're going to be looking at the next 3 months, so January, February, and March. I had to take a little breather after the Aquarius reading before I started recording your reading, but I'm not really, I'm not putting blame, I'm just giving you a little bit of background, okay? And I don't want to project, I'm going to light some cinnamon while I talk to you. I don't want to project kind of like anything onto this reading at the moment. I've actually done a lot of cleansing. I even took a tiny nap before recording this. As soon as I realized that the next sign I was going to be recording for was Pisces, there was this immense, I don't want to say heaviness. Don't take this in any wrong way, okay? If anything, this could serve as confirmation for what you're feeling at the moment. You might have to do some cleaning, and whether it feels like physical for a lot of you, a lot of you have to prioritize self-care. When I tell you I had to pause, eat lunch, drink water, even take a little nap, you might be called to tend to yourself at this time. Tend to your environment, what makes you feel good. There's just it could be, we're gonna see what it is, but it could be that you're like at the precipice of a really big change. It feels like that for the collective in general. So let's just see what's going on. Okay, I just had to get that out of the way. I had to explain. For some reason I had to explain how I was feeling, and that because I'm sure that that's going to be a confirmation for some of you. Take time to yourself to um, take care of what you feel like you need to do in the moment for you. Okay, let me explain. Let's go into this reading. So this is going to be for Pisces, sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs, or if you have one or more placements in Pisces in your chart, this could be, for you. Take anything here as it resonates. It should serve as kind of confirmation for you. It should be an initial click, whatever comes through. I'm leaving it very open, okay? I'm just looking into soul growth, soul lessons, okay, that are happening in each of the months. I'm going to be using, I'm be pulling 3 cards from the soul deck for each month, and overall energy from this deck. I'm going to use this oracle as well for each month, and then I'm going to elaborate with tarot. And then I'm going to pull, more advice, more things to just get a concise picture, as concise as I can get it. Remember, this is all up to you at the end of the day, okay? Since I was burning cinnamon, because I do that to cleanse the energy before any reading, but you might want to do that as well. Please don't burn sage unless you are, well, at least white sage, unless you are someone who can practice that smoke cleanse ritual. Um, Cinnamon is safe for everybody. You could do that. You could burn incense. That could help you as well. I'm seeing like a spiritual bath. Maybe put some pretty flowers in water. Add some salt. Add some lavender, flowers, or it could be like a little bit of oil. Look something up that you could do, or like you take a nice shower and then at the end you kind of run that water over your body and kind of imagine just kind of burdens falling away. For some reason, I feel like you guys have a lot of releasing to do. And in releasing, you're making space for new things to come in, okay? All right, let's look at if that resonates for some of you. You could be in an amazing time in your life where you don't need to release much, okay? But there are some of you that needed that. Okay, so let's look at January. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Okay, so maybe you do need to release judgment, especially of self. Okay, I don't think you're one to impose judgment on others. And if you are, well, I think you're walking away from that. You're not doing that anymore because you see that it hinders your growth even more. You know, like it keeps you locked up in a little square where you're like limiting thinking. Especially like when you're projecting your limited thinking and judgment onto others, it's time to look within. Okay, it really is. I feel like I don't. it almost felt like saying that was me passing judgment upon you, and that's not what I'm doing. Sorry, a car fell. Give me a second. I'm gonna open my window a little bit because it's not as bright as I want it to be. That could be significant for you as well. Everything here, in true Pisces nature, right? And you guys are the last of the zodiac, right? It's almost like you culminate. This is a beautiful energy here. You culminate all of the aspects of every other sign, and you might identify with being someone who people come to for advice quite easily. People just right away want to talk to you about stuff, and you seem to be someone who is good at giving advice. But in January, you might be stepping back from making sure that when you do give that advice, you don't come from a place of judgment. And also when you're receiving advice, because again, I keep wanting to excuse the way that I'm talking to you and excuse the things that I'm saying, because you might be taking advice that people are giving you, or the literal, it could just be spirit, God, as judgment, and it is not. Okay, if you're experiencing some challenges in January, you are not being judged. Okay, not at all. You really are not. It's giving you an opportunity to find the uniqueness in your path. Okay, February is a beautiful energy. Okay, half of February is for your birthdays. So love, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. This speaks to just how beautiful and transformative and powerful your energy is, your emotional intelligence is, because in 1 month you're over here sitting in judgment, whether that is receiving it, feeling like you're receiving judgment, and in the other way kind of giving judgment, and boom, you alchemize that energy so fast and so easily, and here you are again resonating with your true nature, which is love, a loving, giving heart. Every Pisces I know resonates this energy. Quite frankly, 100%, every Pisces that I know has a huge open heart. Every Pisces that I've known and that I know. It could be misconstrued sometimes if the person themselves kind of has obviously more work to do, and no one's ever a finished project. It's an ongoing thing, and no one's perfect, but that nature always wants to come through. You always want to be a helper. You always want to, you don't mind your friends coming to you for advice. You're kind of like that person for others. Okay, patience in March. I accept that everything happens in divine order. There's that box again. There's that box that I was seeing before. And this is looking like, careful of placing this love in a little box, because of you've been hurt before. Okay, it's like you tap into the well of abundance of love that you carry within, and you might struggle a little bit because your open heart leads to maybe not the best. You might not be pulling in the best kind of attention because of it, but you're being asked to have patience in the process. Trust the process is what I'm hearing. Trust the process because you've, wow, the bottom of the deck, because you've made a lot of progress, okay? Look at the, I said it, you went from judgment to love, but then you got to be patient with yourself. Also, it takes time to kind of incorporate and make sure that this love energy kind of like washes over everything in your life. It could start from within, and then it transfers over to immediate family, and then it kind of transfers over to partnerships, and then it transfers over to friendship, and then work, and then it's like every relationship comes in the loving energy, but it has to start from within, and that takes time. So the bottom of the deck, freedom. I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. There's nothing stopping you. You are not being judged. I have to keep saying that for some reason. I have to keep saying that you are not being judged. God does not judge, okay? If you are subscribed to a religion or a belief where your challenges and your path and the wrongs that you've done in the world in this lifetime, or I don't know, the times that you've been a shitty person, or the times that you feel you haven't lived up to your potential, you're being judged for that. You are not. No one's judging you. It's, if anything, is you. You're judging yourself, and you have to stop that. Stop that right now, like this moment. Okay, you will. You're gonna get through it. Okay, but January feels very significant for that. Maybe that's why I'm talking. I'm filming this in January, so that makes sense. But maybe that's why I have to keep bringing that up, because that's what you're going through at the moment, or you're about to like embark on this kind of like releasing of judgment. Okay, let's look at, so this is like individual, but I want to see like in general, right? Kind of like what these three lessons culminate to, right? What is the end game here? Okay. The light. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. With the dandelion here, makes me think of making a wish, right? You make a wish and then you blow on it, and then like the seeds scattered everywhere. Whoa, okay, I'm just getting another message where, imagine the dandelion, its purpose is granting wishes, and in doing so, their seeds get scattered and they get to even grant even more wishes. I don't know how that ties into this reading yet, but that came through so strong when I kept looking at this image here. And this unicorn, it doesn't even look like a unicorn to me. It looks like a dragonfly, or like a little bug, or a fairy. The times where you have given love will be reciprocated to you, Pisces. The more you pour love into yourself and you give unconditionally, even if you haven't seen that reciprocated back to you, know that every time that you made someone's wish come true here, they were scattering even more magic for you to then collect. Okay. And then with patience, it makes sense. You got to be patient for these things to come back to you, but make sure that you hold that vision, because they will come back to you. Okay. The bottom of the deck I have to show you too. Celebration. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. You don't take anything away from anybody by truly saying that you enjoy your life, whether that is what other people approve of or not, okay? Got to remember that too. Don't seek approval, because seeking approval will kind of lead you back to this energy where, like, if they don't approve, then they're judging you. You know, kind of like that. For some reason, that's coming back. Okay, that judgment card really wants to be, it really wants to be explained, because I feel like it's the heaviest of all of these, right? Because patience, you know, you could be working on patience, but being patient is not like a hard thing to move through. I mean, it could be for some, but And love is a beautiful energy and delight, but then there's that judgment here. Maybe that's stemming from you not being authentic to yourself at the moment. Oh, okay. Flexible. You might be asked to be a little bit flexible in January regarding what you think the I keep hearing end game or a bullseye, like, right, what you are aiming at. Maybe there's a little, you're being asked to be a little bit more open-minded, yeah, less judgmental, but of self. I don't think you're judging other people, okay? I really don't think so. And if you are, well, cut that out. And if other people are judging you, don't pay mind to it. Who cares? Who cares what people think, okay? No one cares. If you wouldn't take advice from someone, don't even ponder their judgment. And even if you would take advice from them, if you're feeling judged, usually the advice is not meant for you. Whatever they're saying, it's not meant for you. If it's not resonating in your entire body being, if you don't feel that it's coming from a place of love, which is what you deserve, pay no mind. It's not meant for you. Keep doing you, okay? Be flexible in the way you see things as well. All right. Let's look at February. Let's look at the love card. No way. Okay, so I haven't gotten any like partnership or love in the readings that I've done so far. But Pisces, this is beautiful. Loyal heart. They're owls. So they're very, the fact that they make a little heart as well. That's so cute. There's 2 keys up there as well. That could be significant. 35 could be significant, but also 8, because that is up to 8. And 8 makes me think of strength and infinity. So, maybe where you thought love was not there, it is there. It's just, it took a little while for you to see things differently. Be a little flexible in January, and then in February, this kind of like gets revealed to you. I just have to say it's very synchronistic in just how it looks, because this looks like the same colors here, but I just want you to pay attention to something. The egg that she's on here is like she's turning it blue, and then the next card is like, do you see how they're on top of an egg that is bluish, right? And then the owls are on it. That's significant. There's a union of hearts for you. There's a relationship that's very significant where you are going to see reciprocity now, or you're going to see that relationship for what it truly is, because you are stepping away from judgment of it, or judgment of yourself in that relationship. I don't know how that ties in, but all right. And then let's look at patience. Whoa, no place like home. So home to me has always really been my soul. Like, going back home feels like going back to self, to home. This figure here is the one that's behind on the cards here, but it's also a card in the deck, a card that says round and round. And let me just show you. And I always see it as healing. Healing is not linear. It's not something that you do today and then tomorrow you never have to do again. It's a spiral, because it's you slowly, coming into who you are. And if anything, you've always been that, but it's the awareness, you expand on your awareness. And that's here, looking at home. So you might be kind of like taking stock of all the changes you've made to feel at home within yourself. And then you're being asked in March to, you're being acknowledged that you've done a lot of work, but it's time for you to be a little patient because you're almost there. You're almost at, at the point where you truly, truly have found your home. And because Loyal Heart is here, it could also be you found someone to share your heart with, to share your soul with. So you're being asked to be a little patient because the right person, you cannot share this with just anybody. You have to share this with the right person. But blessings are coming into your life. Any obstacles and achievements that you've had or about to have in these 3 months, pay attention to who celebrates them with you, to who truly has always believed in you and who you are, who you always wanted to be, who's celebrating with you. That's very important too, because that person's gonna make you feel at home, or it's gonna be easy for you to be yourself around that person as well. I'm hearing. And everything happens in divine order. Again, this had to happen when it needed to. It's almost, you could be saying, but I'm ready, I'm ready. Maybe you're not yet. Maybe that other person is not ready. That could be it too. So that's why you're told to enjoy the moment. Enjoy your life for now. All right. Let's look at January. Let's talk about that judgment again. I don't want, it's not that I don't want to. What is it? You're moving past it, so it's not, you don't have to pay mind too much. But we still have to look at it, okay? It might be that might be where you're avoidant, and detachment is coming in, where like you don't even want to look at it. You're just like, I'm letting it go. But sometimes you have to examine it a little. You have to really dig deep a little so that this lesson can really be integrated, and that next time it comes up for you, you'll recognize it for what it is. All right. The Fool. Talk about being flexible, okay? Truly falling into life is what I see this card always, because it's the flower of life here. It's like you're doing a trust fall with the divine, or they're asking you to step away from the energy that you don't want to be in, which is judgment anymore. Maybe it's time for you to really be the Fool. Be like an apprentice. Pay no mind, but in the way of you still accept the lessons for what they are, but you're still gonna get through. Like, be yourself, okay? Just believe, because she is literally, the Fool is being as flexible as you can be. It's a brand new start. First of all, you're not starting with much. A crystal and a wand. So a passion and a connection to spirit, or to the earthly realm, but then you're falling into life, falling into yourself here. That could be scary. That could be scary. Maybe it's time to accept that you are the Fool and you're starting on a new path, and you're being asked to start it from a place of love. Don't judge yourself for wanting to start over again or rebuild, or I'm hearing starting over. It's okay to start over whenever you need to. It's fine. Oh, the cards keep falling for you. Okay. The Fool, falling in love. Are you falling in love with someone? Oh my goodness. Okay. With the Knight of Wands, maybe, okay. So the message is now that maybe in the past, you've been maybe a little in and out of a certain person's life, it could be, or someone has been in and out of your life, maybe with a little bit of a player energy kind of thing, but also this is a lot of passion and drive and celebration is what I keep seeing in this card. give in to the what ignites your soul, okay? And if it's a person, maybe it's time to just accept that, okay? That could be for some of you. All right, let's look at this. Let's see, one more, because your message turned completely. The Eight of Wands, okay. So this is divine communication. This is messages. This is a lot of inner knowing, a lot of intuitive hits coming at you. And it's time for you to know this, okay? Because it's also, with the wand here, it's like you have one belief or something that you're holding on to. And then the Knight of Wands is like bringing even more stuff towards you, which is here, like with the Eight of Wands. There is so much. There's so many little orbs here. You are super tapped in. I hope you know that. The fact that it's an 8 and then I said 8 here, that ties into someone. Maybe the number 8 is very significant for you. Interesting, Pisces. Interesting. This is still throwing me for a loop. I don't know if you see it like I'm seeing it, but it's like she falls this way and then you're standing again, but you gotta fall again, and then there's a celebration and like an ignition of something, and then there's even more stuff coming at you. It's, oh my goodness. Okay. All right, let's look at the loyal heart and love, because we cannot ignore that. We cannot ignore that. This could really be about integrating all parts of yourself, and also like deep unconditional self-love, that you could be like, it's almost like it's being, not being gifted to you, it's like you're gifting that to yourself, because you stepped away from judging yourself and your path and your feelings and your everything you've judged or put down about yourself wants to come to life, right? Wants to become anew and show you a new way of being from a place of unconditional love. You're asked to see the good in everything. Strength. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, Pisces. You have a lot of synchronicities around you, okay? You need to pay attention to that. That is the Ace of Wands at the bottom. That is God, source, whoever you pray to, whoever you believe in, whoever you communicate in a spiritual sense, in a spiritual practice. They are really trying to show you the way that you are strong, because you choose love above all. That is the strength. It is not a weakness. I have to keep saying that for some reason, where like, don't judge yourself for who you love and how you love, okay? Never do that. Loving was never wrong, okay? Four of Pentacles. You might be holding on to the wrong things, or holding on to the little bit that you have because you don't think you're going to get more than that. I'm here to tell you there's so much more waiting for you. So much more. It's almost like, you see how she's looking away from that? Don't denounce your loving nature, okay? Don't do that. You deserve to be the loving being that you are, and however that plays out in your life, right? However people take that, okay, cool. But you deserve to be authentically the loving person that you want to be, okay? Three of Cups, celebration. This is celebration. Constellations might be significant for you, because I think this is the Seven Sisters. Don't quote me on that. You're going to have to, I don't know how you would look that up. But the Leo constellation is here too. You might have Leo in your chart. with the heart here and the heart necklace, it's like you wear your heart on your sleeve and you feel like that's why you've been hurt so many times. Um, and that's why you're being asked to see love in everything, right? That's the practice that you're doing. Celebrating the uniqueness that every kind of loving relationships have brought into your life, the lessons that it has provided for you. Okay, let's move on to March with no place like home. Ooh, not taking those. All right. Patience. Temperance. I love this because 14 adds up to 5. There's a 5 here too. So yeah, the change that you're making is, well, it's a lot of healing first of all, but it is about pouring back into yourself. Also, excuse me, there's a lot of alchemy here happening. Uh, the the patience that is required is because there's a lot of things in the work, is what I'm seeing with this card. I'm also seeing the infinity thing again, which is here too. She has an infinity tattoo. All right, let's see. So you deserve that equal give and take, that dynamic where you're appreciated for who you are. But it's almost like you have to appreciate yourself for who you are first, and then this it will materialize into your reality in whatever way you need it in that moment, you know? Interesting. Okay, Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords has a cup here, which is in the tarot, cups are usually associated with water, and water is associated with emotion, so, or heart space. She has this under wraps, like in a cage, right? Maybe because you've always tried to see things from a logical point of view, where the divine is telling you to kind of integrate your emotional body into whatever you're trying to figure out here. She's thinking about something. She's getting a higher perspective about things, trying to see things differently, but so ready to like kind of like chop away anything that, I don't know. It's like that could be leading back to the judgment thing, where like you just cut off whatever, whenever, or something like that. Maybe not seeing it from this place here. Maybe because you've been hurt before. That makes sense. That makes sense. But remember how I said in this card where the healing is represented here? It's kind of like this, where, and you see how the house is like on a little stand. It makes me think of a bird feeder, because I used to have a bird feeder like that. It was like a hanging thing. So it's like you're in a new height, right? You're really trying to see things from a new perspective, because you've alchemized a lot. You've done a lot of healing. It's here too. But now it's time to not lock up your heart. It's like, yeah, you've done a lot of healing, so now I'm not ever going to share my heart because every time it gets broken. Don't do that. I think that's a disservice to the actual fact that you did the emotional healing. Now it's time to share your healing, your healed heart with others. But you're going to the people that are coming into your life to share your heart, their heart is as loyal as yours, okay? It's not going to hurt you. Maybe that is what you're waiting for. You're waiting for the reciprocity to be there to let this out of the little cage. And otherwise, you're fending off whatever's not meant for you. Good on you. Actually, now I'm seeing it a different way. Yeah, good for you. Like, don't settle for anything. Maybe that's why you're being asked to have patience, because your true connections are coming, but you've been put to the ringer. So now it's time. There's time for you to use discernment and to value the healing that you have done, and not just kind of just give your heart away to whoever and whatever comes your way. Use your discernment there. But in divine order, everything happens in divine order. So the past has been in divine order, and the present and the future is going to be the same, okay? But I think you're being rewarded. Yes. Oh my God. And recognize with the Six of Swords. Oh, swords. No, Six of Wands. You see how she's like on a stage and people are like, there's hands applauding her. And I like that it's not people. It feels more like your spirit guides, or yeah, it's like your spirit team cheering you on, giving you that wreath of it's like a completion of a cycle. It would celebrate your achievements, right? Celebrate your achievements. That was at the bottom of the deck for the unicorn deck. You're gonna have to, when celebration is here too, you're gonna have to very appreciate yourself unconditionally, and then the right people who also appreciate you unconditionally will just trickle into your reality. It's just going to happen that organically, okay? But you have to trust, and you have to have a little patience. I don't know why I'm still shuffling. Ooh, Judgment again. See? But I like it in, well, that's okay too, but in tarot, well, in this deck, I always see it as integrating or accepting your divinity, and therefore stepping away from literal judgment, okay? Judgment of self. You accept that you have a higher calling, that you are a vessel for good things to happen to others, and sometimes not so great things happen to you, but it is all in divine timing. It is all as it's meant to be. So you step away from judgment. There's no judgment, okay? Leads me back to the dandelion. You grant the wish, and then because you do so, it's like you even scatter more of your energy, to be able to keep doing that, but also be able to keep going as the being that you are, which is someone that comes from a place of love and wanting everyone to be happy and be okay. But you have to make sure that you are happy and that you are okay. You tend to yourself before anybody else, okay? Because you are that important, truly. You really are. Okay. Let's do the Monology deck. Here, if some of the astrological things that come up could be significant for you, also like horoscope wise, it could be significant if we get some signs, some zodiac signs, and also like moon phases could be significant. Being a Pisces, being a water sign, you definitely work with the moon. And actually, you are represented in the tarot as the moon card, with the moon card, I should say. So the moon is very significant for you. Also for Cancers, because Cancers are ruled by the moon. But ooh, okay. Answers. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Maybe about that judgment thing, about seeing things differently, about just, well, here with the communication from the divine, yeah, the answers are literally coming, okay? Answers from source. Okay. Let's look at February. Ooh. Emotions are running high. Super moon. Okay, so you might want to look at when do we have a full moon in Gemini, and that date could be significant. It doesn't have to be in January, but in general. And then when do we have a super moon? I don't know, but you can look that up, Google or whatever you use. Emotions with love and loyal heart, and yeah, emotions are running high. I think because you are reaching a lot of epiphanies and conclusions with the answers here that you're getting. Okay. And let's look at March with patience. And no play. Again, you and the cards falling. Okay. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one because this is so contradicting. I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck too. Be bold and make the first move. But then it's in the month where you're being asked to be patient. So it's almost like you have to be an active creator as well in your reality, okay, and what you want. So when you recognize with that sword here, when you recognize something's not meant for you, not mine. But when you do recognize that something is meant for you, act. Don't hesitate, okay? Don't hesitate on it. Act on it. Think about it. If you've gotten hurt in the past, and you might be a little taken aback because you've done a lot of healing and now you don't want to mess that up. But if you really want something, or want to tell someone how you feel, or if you really want to pursue something in life that brings you a lot of passion, there's passion here. Passion, there's, you know, go for it. Go for it. This is Sagittarius as well. So it's a fire sign. Passion, again. Sagittarius like to be students. They like to pursue new things. They like to move, experience, be an adventurer. Maybe that's what you're being called to do. Take action when you feel like taking action. I want to show you the bottom of the deck. The fact that it's Sagittarius, but luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. When there's a new moon in Sagittarius this year, please look that up. This will be very significant for you to manifest some very powerful change, okay? That came from somewhere. I don't know, but if you work with the moon, maybe you want to start working with the moon, okay? Full moons are about releasing what's no longer serving you. So when you get these answers, I think in regards to the judgment thing, you're going to have to do a lot of releasing, right? You're going to get intuitive things about it, and you got to release with the full moon. And then you go into this energy with like there's endless possibilities, and you just have to believe in love and the power that it holds, right? Emotions are running high. Love is running high, right? You might be running on a high from love, right? And then March comes in with like the stableness of everything, right? The the healing, the discernment, the passion, the knowing who you are and celebrating yourself, and boom, you're called to action. It's called to action because you got it. Go manifest whatever. Go for it. Just go for it. Okay, that's what I keep hearing. Go for it. The light. Count your blessings and enjoy your life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. At the end of all this, that's what you should be taking away, okay? To expect the best. Release. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. That's very important here in January. Obviously, no one is judgment, all feelings or anything that comes up emotion wise, right? They're for us to work through and kind of like integrate and look at and gauge our growth and grow with it, And judgment could be something that comes up for you often, and it does feel like it is self-judgment, okay? It does feel like it is. So maybe by releasing that, the more you release, the easier it will be to become authentic, okay? And because you're living an authentic life, you release all judgment, because you're not judging, you don't judge yourself anymore because you like your authenticity. Signs. Where did I say that you have a lot of synchronicities around you? The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. Oh man. I'm laughing because for some of you, I'm hearing, I don't believe in this. And honestly, why are you watching if you don't believe it? It's almost the thing. Okay, some of you could want to follow. I'm getting a different message here, and please only take that if it resonates. I'm not trying to project this into your reality and tell you that this is who you are. But for some of you, right, you've always had like an inkling towards maybe not necessarily tarot or anything like that, but the occult or the spiritual side of things, not explained in any organized religion kind of thing. It's more of a broad open mindedness, because the potential with spirituality is endless, because we're all just striving to come from a place of love, and that comes naturally to you, and you maybe are trying to find a way to pour that love into, and maybe the universe is judging you towards some kind of healing art, healing thing, through spirituality, and you might be like not wanting that, but you're gonna have to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities, because the answers are there. The answers are there for you, and release. Don't hold on to things that keep you in lack. Keep you thinking that you could only have 4 pentacles. No, your possibilities are endless. They are endless. Okay. Luck is on your side. Now I'm seeing this like, yeah, you do appreciate the little bit that you have, and you hold this so dear to you, but don't let that appreciation of what you have take away from your drive to get even more. Okay, and this is in the spiritual and like emotional sense. Okay, it could be talking about money for some of you, but if you look here, this is more of a spiritual thing. The only pentacle I have is this. Okay, so the only earthly matter or money wise thing is this card. I even like how it's in the middle, because it's almost saying like, do you want more money? Okay, cool. Maybe you should follow your path. Follow your authenticity. I just got a little like, I don't know. It's like I'm giving you a pep talk. It's your guides. They've been trying to really get a hold of you. It's like, hello, Pisces. Ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. You might be suffering from imposter syndrome, where you really don't think you're an intuitive being. We all are intuitive. We just interact with that energy and I don't know, inner knowing differently. But yours is very strong. Okay, with the emotions running high, you see how the full moon, you don't even see the moon. You see part of it, because that's how zoomed in it is. That's how powerful this energy is around you. If you've been ignoring it for a while, 2023 might be the year where you cannot ignore it anymore. Let me show you the bottom of the deck. No limitations. You are a celestial being with an unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. The reason why you are on this spiritual path is because you are meant to help others with that gift, okay? For you, it might feel like sometimes it's not a gift. You feel like it's a burden. Maybe that's why your guys want to really start building a relationship with you, so that you can kind of understand things from a different perspective, a higher perspective. You're going through an ascension of the soul. Your consciousness is, I just have to show you the owls at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of wisdom that wants to rain on you, that wants to come into your reality, into your awareness. You can't put it off forever, okay? When the soul is calling you to evolve, it will do it, whether you want to or not. You have free will, but you also have a purpose, okay? And if you've been looking for a purpose, if you've been asking God for your purpose, don't turn away from it here. Don't turn away from it when you receive that purpose, when it is shown to you, because the energy is powerful. It's almost like you can't even ignore it, to be honest. But some people, I put off my calling for a really long time until I really wanted to do it. So yeah, I can totally relate to that. If you would have told me 4 years ago, don't go back too far. 4 years ago, if you would have told me I was going to be doing this, I would have been like laughing, like hysterically laughing in your face. I'm telling you, I would have, I would have kicked and screamed if someone sat me down and told me, okay, go ahead, this is what you do now. I would have been like, are you freaking insane? That's literally, oh my God. I can't make this shit up. This is why, okay, it's so rewarding to have a connection with your spirit guides, with the universe, with source, an active connection. And if you're someone who comes from organized religion, I was raised Catholic, so I totally get it. There's a lot of judgment in religion, especially Catholics. Oh my God. You breathe and you're told that you're a sinner, you don't belong in heaven, and that you're gonna, burn in hell for eternity. Like it's that bad. God is not judgmental. It is not about fear. It is about love. And that comes naturally to you. You are an endless fountain, an endless well of love. It is time that you recognize how much wisdom and power that possesses. This owl, you see those eyes, are they not piercing into your soul? It's literally, it's a calling. You have a calling, friend. And it's time to really dig into it. I'm gonna read about the owl. This video is super long already. Let me read about the owl for you. You possess a lot of spiritual gifts. Every Pisces I know, I kind of have to, after I found spirituality and I did my research and stuff, like every Pisces I know, I'm like, you're psychic, right? Like, are you doing anything with that? Quite literally. The owl. If you want to pause that and read it, it says, abundance, clairvoyant, treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl is in this particular deck is a companion of the goddess Lakshmi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it is an omen that a boon or treasure is on its way, either in spiritual or material form. It is both for you. It is spiritual and material, but it's like you get to the material through the spiritual, okay? I lost my place. Yeah. With the owl's wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, right? This treasure. How it can further serve Dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. When in balance, generous, trusting, and secure. When out of balance, money, girls, and scarcity. Right, so you feel like you don't have enough, this energy. To bring into balance, an offering. The offering here for you is offering acceptance and love to yourself and your gifts. Don't deny them. Don't deprive your soul of its true calling anymore. I want to keep saying you do have free will. You don't, but this is something you're going to have to take up with God, okay, with source. If you don't want a spiritual path, you're going to have to take that up with whoever you pray to, okay? But it feels like here you're like stumbling upon this. You're more in it than out of it, okay? You're almost there. She's bending forward this way, and then she falls. You fall into all of this. And once you start falling, once you start seeing signs and synchronicities, there's no stopping it after that. Speaking from someone, again, I told you, 4 years ago, I wouldn't, no. But once I started, I couldn't stop. It was just like, it felt like home to me. Coming from someone that's doing what they want to do, which is this, I can tell you that it is so easy for me to sit down, play with a little bit of cards, look at pictures and tell a story that I'm just like receiving, it feels amazing when you are stepping into your divine calling. And that's what God wants you to do, Pisces. You have everything you need. You are this all-knowing, all-powerful being, okay? If you subscribe to religion, you know, we are made in God's image. Yes, correct. Maybe accept it for its full meaning, for its full capacity, okay? All right. I hope this helped you. It was a long reading. If you stuck to the end, thank you. Thank you for watching. I see nothing but amazingness coming forth for you, and no, the challenges are going to be met with strength because it's you're going to be following your authenticity. So it's going to feel like every challenge is an opportunity for you to prove yourself of who you are, and for God to prove to you just how strong and powerful you are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.